adventure begins on the road to Oakhurst. The caravan is empty and you need to refill your wares. Led by Greenblood, the Dragonborn, and on top of the wagon is Hazard, the Tiefling Bard.
I have mounted my trusty mare and am guiding it through the woods.
Very well.
Ishiza, the draft horse.
The beast. The babyest.
Sir Benton stands besides the cart and walks with you. And the warm breeze kind of spreads over the land. The brush and trees fill the wayside of the roads, and you don't see too many cows grazing out in the fields. Sir Benton kind of nods and looks around, takes note, maybe brings up to you this: odd for it being midsummer. Not too many cows there, Callinscale.
It is strange. Seems more of a winter stock.
Well, good are the cows. They can't be your fan. Wow!
Yes, but never mind.
The road continues, and the party heads into town. It is about mid-morning, not quite noon, and you stroll up into town. It's pretty much just a main road through with a couple buildings scattered on either side. Village Hall is very noticeable. It's kind of in the center of town, along with, you see some smoke billowing from what you would assume would be a blacksmith or a forge behind some of the other buildings. You also see an inn, a big tavern with a sign, swaying back and forth. It's too far away to see exactly what it is.
I'll point forward and say, that looks like an inn. It would be a good place to perhaps stable Ishiza and get some information on where we may resupply.
I agree.
And then, without waiting for Hazard's response,
I'm in the back of the cart.
Yeah, I'll just...
Not even listening.
I'll dismount.
No, wait.
Dismount the horse, and I'll grab my pack and weapons and such out of the cart, and just sling it over my shoulder, and I'll take Ishiza by the reins and lead her to the inn. I'm assuming that there's a place for stabling.
Yeah, in the inn there's quite a sizable stable.
Okay.
Before you can even make it to the inn, out of one of the smaller stores, what you'd probably make out to be like a general store or a grocer, a woman stumbles out of the door and is frantically waving you down, ooh, ooh!
My fans, they call! Hazard's running over to the lady.
I'll just kind of give Benton a shrug and stand with Ishiza.
She runs past Matthias Hazard and just goes straight for Greenblood, and she kind of gets up to you and as soon as she's in your face, she's like, oh, please, sir, help me, sir, please.
Ma'am, you must remain calm. I can barely understand you. We've just arrived, but what is amiss?
Oh, I've been waiting for so long. Oh, let me catch my breath. Oh. Sir Benton, it seems quite an odd folk in Oakhurst these days.
Yes, it's not what I was anticipating. Are you in danger?
Oh no, not in danger, not me. Oh, my children. They went off into the distance. They need your help.
Hazard, return to us, please.
He's just standing there like
Still dumbfounded, mouth agape.
Yes, lizard man.
Madam, these are my companions, Sir Benton and Hazard. He thinks you may have heard of him. I am Greenblood in the common tongue. This woman tells us her children have gone missing.
Oh, I'm Carwin. Carwin Heracul.
Do you own this general store, Miss Carwin?
Yes, this is my store. My children used to hold it with me, but they are no longer here. They thought themselves bold and went adventuring.
How many days have they been missing?
Oh, my memory has been strained with worry. It must have been months. It probably hasn't been months.
And what makes you think they still live?
They were led by Sir Bradford. He kept them safe. I know it. Please, sir. Please, Mr. Greenblood. You must save them.
Looking to Sir Benton and associating a sir with a sir, I kind of cock an eyebrow and say, Sir Bradford, friend of yours.
I've heard the name before. It's in my head somewhere. I can't quite connect the dots yet.
What do you think of this?
Oh, the lady? I trust your judgment, Captain.
Certainly you were paying attention. You have no opinion.
Oh, nope, not at all.
Well,
I have no time for those who don't appreciate a good tune.
Matthias, now, come on. Let's give the lady a time of day.
Carwin, return to your shop. Allow me and my companions to stable my horse, and we will return to you.
No, you must come with me. We will go to the headmaster of the town, and we will deal with this now.
Objections?
A possible fan. I'm down. Let's go.
Sir Benton just nods.
Lead the way.
She leads you not too far. She's just chatting your ear off the entire time. She's telling you how, her little children have gone away and you need to save them.
I'm not paying much attention to what she's saying. I'm more so just tending to my horse and making sure that she is okay.
Right. She leads you, two houses or buildings down to the large village hall building. And out from the building comes a man dressed in finer clothes. He's a human, and he's just shaking his head. And just, Carwin, what are you doing bothering those poor... Oh, I'm so sorry. Please pardon Carwin. She's out of her wits.
She's fine. She seems to be in need of aid.
Clearly out of her mind.
Yes, she lost her children. They decided to go spelunking in search of something that comes to our town. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they're fine.
In search of something. Certainly they couldn't be in search of something so vague.
He kind of sighs and just kind of shifty, and he's like, no, just nothing too specific. Go
Are
ahead.
you sure you don't want to tell us more? As I play a little tune and do a persuasion.
Okay.
20.
Hearing the aggressive music, yes, I'll tell you anything. Oakhurst is...
See? A fan. I like him.
Okay.
I'm a fan as well, as long as you're not doing that.
Oakhurst is privy to one of the stranger things in this world. We receive shipments from unlikable sort, but they provide us with this gem, this jewel.
The jewel.
Well, not of crystal or rock, but of fruit. A very great bounty.
I've not heard fruit referred to as a jewel, but I'm listening.
Hazard's intrigued.
We're traders. Come here to seek valuables, restock our supplies, and move along. Sounds to be something valuable, and we're not afraid of a little danger along the way.
He kind of, goes back to being shifty. He's like, oh, this is just for Oakhurst, you see. This is not for the world. This is Oakhurst alone deserves this gem.
Certainly the gem may be worth Miss Carowin's boys' lives.
Oh, yes, of course. It's totally worth it. Please, give them anything.
Oh, it's my familiar.
Hello, Tim.
The mayor kind of
in real life.
relents and says, fine, I will tell you. They were after an apple. An apple of such fine beauty. The purest reds, the finest color. It can heal any disease.
Sounds like something I would like to sink my claws into.
Yes, but you must bring it to Oakhurst. We will pay you what we would have paid.
Of
Paid
course.
them.
What is that?
Oh, we just pay a small fee. What we can afford at the time.
So they had the apple and possibly the children?
Oh, I would assume the children just went after the apple. I don't know for sure if they actually got there.
So,
We can find them.
get the apple and we maybe find the children and we negotiate when we come back.
Perhaps. Would you like us to recover their bodies if they cannot be returned alive?
Oh, their bodies! Oh, dear sir!
Ma'am, you must realize there is a chance you may never see your sons living again.
Oh, well, Talgrin the fighter, he's very strong and very brave. And Charmin, she's a mage. She can do things with her hands.
It is a male and female then. Forgive me for referring to them as sons repetitively.
It is okay. Yes, if you can bring me proof of their life. They had rings on them. Signet rings.
You don't wish for them to be returned, just...
Well, of course. But you're talking about the worst case scenario.
And you wouldn't want to see them one final time before they were put to rest.
The rings will tell me what has happened.
Less to carry.
Don't worry. If their souls need tending, I, Sir Benton, will be sure to lay hands upon them.
Can you describe to us where they were going? Perhaps mark it on my map. I will kneel down and go into my pack to retrieve my map of the area.
The mayor, just without, like, you getting up, he's just like, oh, there's no need for that. It's just down the road a few miles.
Even better. I'll retie
A few
my
miles.
pack.
Yes, it's just right over the horizon. Not a day's travel.
We're wary. We've come upon you rather provisionless, looking to restock. But if everyone agrees, we can scout the area and see what we find.
I think a night in the inn might not be terrible.
Why don't you just pick up that bone, dog? There you go.
My fans call for me. The children are fine. I'm sure.
There's your answer then. Miss Carolyn, we will find your children at first light.
Oh, that is so long, but... Oh, okay.
If you've waited months, you can wait one more night.
Oh, I suppose. Here, let me take your things to the old bar inn.
We can manage, but you may accompany us.
She hears that you can manage, and she just kind of solemnly, walks back. You can tell she's very worried.
She's fairly old, I would imagine, right?
I mean, yeah, late 50s. These are her prime of life sons and daughter. So I mean, they're older.
It's like, oh, we're supposed to be quiet.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, so I will re-shoulder my pack and take Ashiz's reins again and continue on my march.
Sir Benton just kind of does a small prayer and follows you.
I'm gonna head towards the end. I heard there was fans ahead.
So, more than likely, we are following him.
As soon as I get to the end, I just kind of kick the door open and walk in. Woo! The Great Hazard is here to fill your ears with joy.
The only one in the inn right now is the barkeep, and he's just like cleaning the inn, like what? What did you say?
Nothing. Unless, of course, you would care for a tune.
What, son? I'm called Garen.
Perhaps Garen the Deaf.
Can you not hear my loud music? And I try to play louder as I thaumaturgy a louder even noise.
He kind of like nods along to what you're doing. Oh, I hear it now.
I like this guy. We need rooms.
Of course, the finest for you.
To our rooms then, please, good sir.
Of course, up the stairs. He shows you to your rooms. Just two, nicely sized rooms. With two beds in each room.
Say that again. 2.
Yeah, so 2 rooms with 2 beds in each room.
Oh,
So
okay.
however you want to divide up, but it's the town's not really in danger. So
I've stabled my horse. I hope that is okay.
yes, of course. Anytime you see it, the old boar inn, you're free to use our stable.
Thank you.
Is it just me, or is he a little bit loud?
Yes. Loud is a common theme lately.
Sounds fine to me.
I've had a long day of travel. Thank you. And I go in a room by myself and close the door.
I go back downstairs to hang out with the barkeep. So we can make lots more noise.
Okay, so you make noise with barkeep. Sir Benton probably just goes in his room and prays and goes over his scriptures. He's ready whenever you guys are to do what you need to do. Is there anything you want to do in the inn today or in town today?
I don't think so. I'm rather strapped for gold, and
All of us are rather strapped for gold.
yes, and so that reward is sounding good, so that we can resupply and be on our way.
The lady, what was she? What kind of store is she in?
She's had kind of like a general store.
Okay, I would go to the lady's shop.
Carowin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda knock. Does it just walk in?
Yeah,
Kind of store?
the door's just open.
Okay, I'll walk in. My dear Carolyn.
Oh yes, my dear. Oh, what can I help you?
Saving your children. I don't suppose you would have a potion or two in case we run into trouble, or your children are in trouble.
Oh alas, I hold no such things. I just have the basic provisions, food, trail rations, those sort of things.
Don't suppose a few trail rations for us would be too much for you.
Oh, of course not. Here, let me pack them for you. She gets ready just 3 trail rations, just a meal's worth for the 3 people she assumes they're going with, and just gives them to you.
Thank you, my good lady. I feel one day you will appreciate my music. And then before I leave, and then out the door.
She just
She seizes.
That's Hazard's real attack is giving people seizures from the middle.
That's a seizure.
I'm gonna come back to the inn and
And dies on the floor.
I'm gonna knock loudly on your door. Do.
What?
Are you naked?
Am I ever?
Okay, well, hopefully you're not. I throw your door open.
I'm scaled. Like, even
And
if
then
I am, I don't.
I throw a trail ration on your bed. This is from the nice old lady. For tomorrow.
Good thinking. Thank you.
And then I close your door even more loud because I know you hate it. And then I walk into our room, which
Gentle.
I walk into our room, which apparently we're sharing.
Yeah, apparently.
And give you a choice.
I hope you took this time to pray.
Oh, yes,
Food
of
for
course.
tomorrow.
Oh, very well.
Praise be to Pelor.
Okay.
He's used to you coming in, so he has 2 little claws that he's already has ripped up, and he just puts them into his ears and rolls over. Just, all right, this is gonna happen.
So after tuning my lute and just checking over my bow and scimitar and put my stuff at the end of the pack, I too go to sleep.
Okay. So after uneventful day, we arise the next morning. And is there anything you folks want to do before we head out of town?
I would just rise with the sun and make sure that my equipment is in top condition. And then I would don my armor and probably just go to your room to wake you guys.
Okay. Sir Benton is also arisen. He's kneeling for prayer, doing that sort of thing.
Sure.
Hazard's probably just sprawled out on
Yep,
the bed.
passed
Just
out like a
whatever.
baby.
I would open the door quietly then, out of respect for you to
Mm.
not disturb your prayer.
Sure.
And then I would come quietly and just sit on the bed and probably partake in a prayer myself until you were finished. I would do my best to not disturb you as I sat down. But I'm also rather large and heavy, so that may be easier said than done.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sleeping until your prayer's done. At which point you guys would wake me up, and then I would wake up with a big wahoo, and then throw my shit on and say, "Let's go!"
You would yell, wahoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we hear it?
Whoa! Looking out at the sun rising.
Enthusiasm.
Never gets old with this one.
It'd be my morning ritual.
We may encounter combat today. I hope that you have prayed for guidance.
Yes, I have prayed for the souls of our enemies. And for yours, Callan Scale. You are still yet to convert to Lord of Light Palo.
I acknowledge his existence, but you are correct. He is not my sole deity of choice.
Sir Benton really wants Callan Scale to be part to follow Palor exclusively, so he harps on him quite a bit.
Also, sir, I would prefer if you refer to me in my common name. As I have told you, time and time again.
Oh, Callan Scale,
Yes.
your jokes rib me to the bone.
If we're all quite ready then.
It's one thing we agree on.
Friends, come with me. Let us go. That's the most energy you'll hear out of Sir Benton all day.
Surprised by the lead us, sir. And I will take a step back and allow the old man to lead us.
All right. Is there anything else we want to do in town before we hit the road?
No, I am going to leave the horse and cart.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm probably just going to take my weapons.
Okay.
Maybe I'll probably take an empty pack too, just in case we find anything useful along the way. I'll leave my mundane belongings in the woods outside of my trail ration.
In the woods?
In the room, not in the woods. Run out to the forest, throw all my stuff in the woods, and come back.
When the room isn't safe, the woods, they're safer.
There's a lock on my door, but not as safe as the woods.
Specific berry spot.
I just dumped my backpack out on the bed and stuck the rope back in.
I put my things very organized, like on the bed and like a table next to it and such. Hey, relax. I don't know if he's in the picture, but
He's not in the picture.
I have a
but-
dog and he's loud.
All right.
I have multiple dogs; they're all loud.
All right. Well, on the road, and yes, he is loud.
He's having a hard time with his bone right now.
Poor little guy. Down the road, they just direct you, and Carowin's, of course, out like at the crack of dawn. She's there. She's like watching you. She's like, "Oh, please, blessings!" Oh. And we're just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, whatever, lady."
Yes, 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 yes.
But they just let you down the road and tell you you'll know what you're looking for when you hit it.
Okay. Just wary, like, especially with it being as close as they say. I would be exceptionally wary of perhaps an attack
Sure.
on the road.
Yeah.
So I would have spear and shield like readied as I walk.
Okay. Seeing that you're wary, Sir Benton doesn't like pull sword out, but he has his shield kind of like at ready. You know, he's not, it's not slung on his back or anything, but
Sure.
he's not to the point where he's pulling out his sword and like.
I mean, I'm not like ready to stab something. I'm just,
Yeah.
I have more of a guarded stance than anything. I'm just doing my best to keep shifty eyes for movement.
Sure. All right. Well, you go a few miles down. Oakhurst is in the distance. It's behind a few trees and hills and things.
Is this like definitely a road, or are we now traversing forest?
It was a road, and it's as you leave town, it's more and more and more overgrown. So you get to the point here now where it's just like shrubs, just where the road would be. Like there's just like brindlewood or
So some
Tinderwood,
hacking and slashing may be
Bramble.
necessary to walk through.
you don't even have to like hack and slash, but like it's there. Like you can't walk straight. Like you just kind of have to like weave through it. Like you don't have to like cut through it, but you have to like.
Can we just kind of?
I mean, if you want to, that's up to you. With your scimitar.
That's what I'm gonna do unless I'm told not to. So Hazard pulls out his scimitar to go to hack some of the stuff away because it's in his way.
I'm just going to make a survival check here to see if I can see any signs of tracks.
Sure.
First roll of the game. Here comes a 1, 2. So that is a 6. As I am only partially looking at the ground, distracted by the prospect of enemies, and also by him destroying everything around me.
Yeah, tracks are a little hard to come by when you're kind of have your eyes like up in the air.
I have a lot on my mind. Like I feel like I should look for tracks, but then I'm like, oh no, there's bandits around, and oh, he's letting everything know that we're here.
Okay.
In fact, I won't even announce to you that I was searching for you.
Just leave that alone.
With the 2. Yes.
Is survival a trained skill?
Yeah.
If you wanted to try to do it, it is just a wisdom check.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of look for traps as I'm slashing away.
Traps?
Not traps. Look for tracks
Tracks.
as I'm just kind of getting whatever's in my way out of my way.
Sure.
9. 3 better than Brandon.
Still haven't hit double digits. You also have a hard time looking for tracks as you're kind of slashing your way through. Like,
It's gonna be a good day.
We're definitely level 1 adventurers.
As you are continuing,
Since you're not actually looking for traps, I'm looking for. Would you care to help? Counter green blood, right?
Yes.
Would you care to help green blood?
Help with?
The leaves and the trees and just all the stuff in the way.
I look at my spear and the pointed tip. I don't feel I would be much help.
Fair.
I also glance down at the whip on my hip and the bow on my back, and
I look you over as you. Fair enough.
you have claws, right?
no. I'm well manicured.
You're declawed.
I'm not declawed. I have like fingernails.
Just have gums.
I don't know. What does this miniature have? It looks like he has rather human hands.
Okay.
My claws aren't good enough to have a claw attack, so I'm going to figure
True.
that they're not good enough to cleave through brush.
Good call.
Like Wolverine claws. Just...
With your great survival checks, you actually find yourself off the road, and you kind of are kind of just meandering into the woods now.
That's what you give your fellow.
How long are we meandering around in the woods?
You're meandering around the woods for maybe like an hour and a half, and you're
Okay, so realizing that this should have only been a few miles, I'm going to attempt to consult my map.
Okay,
Can I see the woods on the map?
you're in the woods.
Yes. But can I see the woods that we are in on the map?
I mean, like your local map. I mean, yeah, the wood part is just like huge.
It's a rather large
Yeah.
That's what I'm more so.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if it's like a small forested patch or if it is a large wood.
I mean, make a perception check, I guess.
Okay.
See if you can try to gauge where you're at.
5! Working my way up. 3!
Hey, you can only go up from a 2.
Next time I'll get a 4!
Yeah, so you're
I have no idea what you're looking at.
you think you're
my
in
glasses at home.
you think you are in like one of 3 woods that are just surrounding Oakhurst. You're like, all right, we're either in this woods, or this woods.
Seeing your confused look, let me have a look at that.
Well, I do. I am always able to identify my cardinal directions.
So you know where north is, and you're like, okay, so I'm either north in this wood, or north in this wood.
Okay.
I have a 15 looking at the map.
You judge by the way of the layout, and with him helping you, telling, all right, this is north, guys, that you're off track. Just maybe
If you even believe me when I say this.
We are lost.
Thank you. Let me just put that away and pull the map.
How hard would it be for us to backtrack?
I mean, Sir Benton kind of looks behind, and the shrubs and things just seem thicker than from what you guys are walking in. He's just like, oh, it seems harder now.
Could I not try to find the trail I was chopping up?
You can make a perception to see if you can see it. But as of just passively, you don't see the path that you were swathing through.
8 to look for my trail that I've been cutting at.
You don't see the trail you've been doing it.
We're lost then. Rather than wandering aimlessly, allow me to check if I can follow our tracks back. 4! Just like I said.
You can't call numbers, Brandon.
So, 8.
Let's be on the safe side and call it 15 for next time.
Holy shit. 8.
Can I throw him a d6 to help him out?
Yeah, I mean,
I have to roll it before I switch.
Yeah. No, you roll. You can roll it after you roll it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's not really needed. As you're searching for tracks, a man comes out of the bushes. He kind of just jumps out as you guys are like frantically searching. Like, guys, we're lost. And this guy just comes out, just.
I will, as a reaction, just ready my weapons.
So I kind of look at all you guys and I say, boo.
Yes, the startling is done. What is it that you want? You're outnumbered heavily.
A fan! Well, when I
Hasn't
kind of.
be on your guard.
What does your character look like?
He's dressed in like long robes and he actually looks like a noble. Do you mind if I grab the
Yeah,
picture
go ahead.
on my phone?
So as we're searching, he looks like this.
He pops out with a picture of himself.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that, yes.
He hardly looks
He seems
weapon.
gentler of a folk. Are you lost too, sir?
No. What are you guys doing out here?
We're seeking lost children.
Lost children?
Yes.
Where are you exactly trying to get to? Because you are far from it, I'm sure.
We were told they were spelunking. Leads me to believe that we are searching for some sort of cave. The way that the townsfolk had made it sound is that it would be easy to get there.
Apparently not.
We were sort of overcome by this forest. Seeing that you have not attacked us yet, I'm sort of lowering my guard as I'm speaking to you.
That's not surprising. It's easy to get lost in this woods. My house is not far. But how did you guys expect to get there without a guide? I mean, you have
Caravan master.
two of you
I
are-
trusted his directions.
bumbling suits of armor, and the other one I found to just be annoying at best.
It's kind of like that.
This is unlike me. Generally, I am able to guide us where we are going.
And an unknown place?
He was a little flustered. Give him a break.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, even through the unknown, I'm quite good with maps and directions. Also, as I said, they made it sound like it would be easier to find what I was looking for.
So,
Your house is not far. I'm like collecting myself. I sigh and extend a scaled hand. Commoner folk call me Greenblood, and you?
As he does that, you hear something in your head. Don't trust him. You can actually say something back to whoever told you that.
you should not trust me. I don't extend my hand to you.
I leave it out for probably an awkwardly long time before slowly.
And I immediately cock my head to you. And I say, you stink of holiness.
I would hardly call holiness a stink.
I've actually known him to be quite cleanly. Don't do that. You're making an ass of yourself. We have to look cold for this guy.
Now, when I turn to you, there's a couple things that you notice. One, you see, well, all of you see my eyes are kind of like almost like glassed over, like they're grayish, and you all notice.
So, would I think that you were blind?
Possibly. And then I also have on the side of my neck, it's almost like my veins are like red, like fire red. And I've just got like a little pattern all over my neck like that. It almost looks like veins. And then, Sir Benton, you specifically hear something. Take him with you. I need your help. Please.
What? Oh, okay.
I will look shocked because for once that wasn't me fooling around.
And he... What did you just say?
Let's be on then, soul. You seem of the good
I'm
sort.
not talking to you.
I'm going to call out into the forest. If there are more of you, show yourselves!
Oh, you imbecile. Do you need a guide or not? Because it seems like you guys aren't doing very, very well on your own.
Surprisingly, no.
Perhaps just to show us back to the road. You seem as though we're inconveniencing you, and that would be a pity.
Humans inconvenience me. Any Homo sapiens.
Are you not human yourself? I say, looking you up and down and examining your soft fleshiness.
Sometimes there's more that meets the eye.
Yes, Palor inside me is more than meets the eye. He grows beyond the heavens. Embrace the light of Palor.
I just kind of shake my head when he brings up Taylor again.
Evangelism in the middle of the forest.
The annoying spot has finally been taken over by someone else. Let's go.
He does have a rather annoying infatuation with his deity. He beats me there.
I do as well. It's just not the same.
Lead us.
Still have not gotten your name.
Ifrits.
Well, Ifrits, lead the way.
Really, really glad that you have not heard of that name.
It does not ring a bell. No. We're travelers, not from here. If that wasn't obvious by the fact we're lost in the woods. However,
Even the people in this town get lost in the woods all the time.
you're a shifty kind, sir, and I do not trust you.
As you shouldn't. As I don't trust any of you.
Perhaps you should
You get another message in your head.
lead the way.
You can trust the bard.
So along the way, he
Sorry.
No,
I
go
am
ahead.
not going to respond to you in the message. I'm just going to turn to you. I'm like, if you're speaking in my head, obviously I cannot trust you.
What are you talking about?
He does that.
And then you receive a message in your head and it says, if you do that again, I will kill you.
Sounds like a blast. Whee! And then that's what I say back to your head, but I just start playing out.
I just turn around and
Remind me to make myself a pair of those.
Oh, Callan Scale. Ifrit leads you back to the road, and as you continue on the road, he shows you, and the brush just kind of clears away. It goes back to being a pretty much road, and the road approaches a cleft with several broken down pillars of earth, and they are on the top of leaning slopes, and you come to this giant ravine. So like they're just, culminating to this spire, and then over the top, you get to the top of it, there's just this giant gaping hole in the ground. Just goes on for, pretty much miles on both ways. And you see like pillars in front of you, just like at the edge of the ravine, and they have, words scribbled on them, and you see like a rope
Is it
tied to.
in common?
It is not in common.
Is it perhaps in a language that I understand?
Infernal is my other language.
Sir Benton actually reads it. He says, "Goblins were here."
He knows goblin.
Those are warning signs. Tell us to turn back.
You speak the tongue of goblin? You read the tongue of goblin?
There is many things of my past you do not know, Callan Scale.
yes, goblins, kobolds, they fill this area.
Nothing we can't handle. My spear is sharp.
But from what I understand,
Hey, I'm playing a different game.
you're going to
You don't
need
want to play that anymore.
you're going to need magic.
We have a man here talented in magic.
My fans, they call me Hazard.
You mean those parlor tricks that you talk into people's minds?
Well, anything in the ravine that didn't know we're here is now quite aware.
Well, being from the College of Secrets, he
We
tends not to
use
tread lightly.
another mage. Less work I have to do.
Is that what you are then, Ifrits? You would consider yourself a mage?
Yes. Yes. Of sorts.
Why would you help us?
Because I'm intrigued by you.
Why should we trust you?
We shouldn't.
Then why should we accept your help?
A man that's willing to tell us not to trust him and then to say that we intrigue him seems truthful enough to me.
Sir?
He leaves it up to you. He's kind of just like eyeing him up carefully, but you know he's not like against or for him either way.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
I would expect that.
But this is unexpected.
How
I
so?
say, surveying the land.
Well, they did say spelunking.
Yes,
However, if they spelunked in here, they're dead.
she did say that she hasn't seen them in months. And generally, when you don't return
Months?
home for months, you're dead.
Why are you even out here?
Reward.
Just annoyed. Reward. Here for the gold, man.
We're a caravan. We're small. We're an upstart caravan. Unfortunately, we have nothing to spare to trade. We need the gold to restock our supplies and continue moving.
It's fair.
Also, a woman's children are in danger. Call me a softie, but I was compelled to help her.
Compelled.
Yes. I guess you could call it that.
Let's
Like I said, the ravine has like pillars, stakes in the ground, with the goblin warnings on it, and there is still a rope, like going down.
So do these warnings say anything meaningful or just typical goblin ramblings?
Yeah, that sort of gobbledygook.
So we have to like rappel down on a rope.
Yeah, you
Is
have to
that
climb
how I
down.
understand it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take can we, whatever skill I need to take a look at this rope to see what kind of condition it is?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and make a perception check or whatever kind of.
5. Well,
What
him
else?
inspecting it.
The rope, to you seems in good enough condition with a 5 roll. You don't consider it dangerous, I suppose.
You guys notice me barely look at it. Looks good to me.
I will go over to the rope and give it a good, heave.
You don't trust.
21.
Trust me?
I'm much heavier than you. It's nothing personal.
The rope is in good enough condition, and not only that, it's knotted to help with easier climbing down, so it's not like just a...
Climbing is my forte.
Along with that,
One of
though,
my few skills.
in the rock face, you see that there's actually, like, looking down, pulling, you see that there's, like, notches for footholds.
Oh, So it should be rather easy then.
Yeah.
Also with that 21, I don't see anybody hiding.
Like now that you've actually looked into the ravine, the light goes in, and then about 10 feet down, it's black. Like just the way the sun hits.
Is that unnatural?
No, like the sun's up in the sky. You coming over the hill and then into the ravine, like it's just blocked. And then it being a ravine, you know, you can see like the top 10 feet, and then just black.
If we waited a little longer for the sun to come up, would that give
No, like it's like
geographies no?
yeah.
Okay.
Does this place have a name?
Yes. It's called the Sunless Citadel.
Yes, it lives up to that.
It's been abandoned for thousands of years. Mostly goblins and kobolds. We will find out there. I have never gone in personally because honestly I don't care enough. But from what I've heard, there's interesting things to be found inside.
I'll lead the way into the darkness. Don't let him go last. Sorry. Pumped up, but
I'm gonna stop you. Let me scout ahead. I will call you down when I get to the bottom.
don't put yourself in a position where you're unable to call us.
God. So I'm actually going to stealth down the rope while I'm climbing. Just being
Okay.
quiet.
Sure. Yeah.
I got an 11 for stealth for climbing.
Rolls are awful tonight.
So how much an 11 gets me for quietly
When
climbing
I
down.
start rolling.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you're luckily, being, a tiefling, you're not wearing much armor. I mean, the clunkiest thing is, like, your loot on your back going, boom, boom, and, like, the acoustics vibrating out. But other than that, like, you're quiet enough to where you can get down. And as you get down, into the darkness, it's dark. Like, you can't see. You don't have...
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision?
Yeah, tieflings have dark vision.
Then, I mean, you can see, like, once you get down into it, you can see, at the edge of your vision, you see, like, a plateau.
And looking around, I don't see any enemies.
No, you see,
How
like,
far down does the rope go?
so the edge of, 60 feet dark vision, so it's about 80 feet down.
Okay.
I'm going to... So I can't see the whole bottom of where I'm at.
Nope, you just see this, like, ledge, this, like, thing, and then, make a perception check.
9.
So, still from the rope, you look down, you see the ledge, and then you see, on the far edge, you see, like, it started at the top, and then you see, like, almost like a jump down. So, like, stairs going down.
Okay, so there's stairs.
You're not for sure if they're stairs, but you see, like, you would see where a cutout of stairs could be.
Okay, you're gonna get a message. Go ahead and start climbing down. I'm leaving a torch at the bottom of the rope for you. I'm going to look a little bit around in the meantime. So then while he's climbing down, I'm actually gonna stealth around and try to get a better look at the area while he's climbing
Okay.
down.
Due to the knotted rope and the footholds and stuff, is there even a check required?
No, you don't need to climb. If you just go carefully, like,
Yeah.
if you want to, like, speed down, yes. But if you're just
no.
going, like, carefully down,
I'll just tell Sir Benton, keep an eye on him.
yeah, I would usher him to go next.
And I have a 24 for stealth looking around.
Okay. As you're looking around,
As far as I can kind of walk around
Right.
and stay within the 60 feet of the rope.
so you're on, like, a sandy ledge that overlooks this subterranean gulf. The darkness just goes on. If you, like, looked at level, it just goes on into the darkness for past what you can see. And then looking down, if you go, like, to the edge, you can see down that there's more, like, drop downs that you can see stairs are getting to. But as you were quite loud before, you hear something scurrying in the rubble.
Rubble of.
What?
Rubble of.
Well, the rocks. There's like a whole bunch of rocks and things like that. So there's just all this rubble everywhere. And
On the same level we are.
Yep, on the same level you are, because you're the only one there. And out of the darkness, you have dark vision, but these giant rats come like scurrying out towards you, and they want to attack you. So go ahead and roll initiative.
How far away would I be from this?
I mean, you can't see it,
Right.
because you don't have.
They saw my 24 stealth.
They heard you long before.
Shenanigans.
I could probably smell you.
Probably. I'm just being facetious.
I guess then my question would be, how far am I from the bottom of the rope?
We'll say he told you to go down. You started packing. He's searching around.
Yeah.
So like you're just descending into the
Okay.
thing. So you're,
So I gotta go 80 feet down.
Yeah, you have
Hey, what are you crying about?
maybe you have like 2 or 3, 6-second turns to get down.
Okay.
I have 7.
Okay, so they surprised you, so they're gonna go first. The rats swarm around you, 3 of these giant rats, and they go to bite at you. The rolls are extending to me as well tonight. That's for
Good.
only one of you digs his teeth into you, but he gets you for 4 damage. Gnawing at your... as a rat would sound.
So, when you say giant rats, we're talking like halfling size, like 3 feet long?
Yeah,
So-
they're like...
Okay.
They're giant rats. Like, they're big effing
Like,
rats.
big enough to devour a goblin?
I mean, maybe like a pair of them.
Okay.
Your reaction.
I'm going to withdraw 60 feet.
The ledge isn't big enough.
I'm like back towards the rope.
Okay, yeah, that's no, like the ledge itself isn't like 60 feet. Like you make it there with ease. Do you like climb a little bit or?
Yeah, I'll start climbing up a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and roll a climb check.
What is climb?
Yeah, what
is
is-
that athletics?
Oh yeah, athletics. Sorry.
9.
Strength.
Yeah. So with the ease of the handholds of the foot, you like get up out of their bite range, and you're just kind of sitting there, and
Feeling the rope move around. What's going on down there?
I message you. Big rats.
just big rats. You what?
Tell us up there.
I'm going to respond and say, can't see. And then call up, giant rats down here.
So I immediately say drop a torch, like a lit torch, like where they're at.
You say that or you do that?
No, I say that. I don't have one.
Okay.
I didn't bring anything.
Yeah, so I just yell down there, like drop a lit torch where they're at.
Sir Benton kind of rummages in his pack, pulls one out, and starts, tinder and lit. He starts lighting a torch. He's like,
At this point, I'm just like holding the rope and like looking down, waiting. I'm moving slowly,
Yeah.
but because I can't see where he is, I don't want to kick him in the face or something.
Yes, you do. Let's be honest.
I
Yes,
mean-
you do. He finally gets it lit, and he drops it, where he doesn't really know where to drop it, but just right in front of the rope. He just drops it.
Yeah.
So passing you by and passing Hazard by, just and onto the ground. You see 3 bodies, 3 of these giant rats, and they just kind of like scatter out of the range of the darkness. I mean, you being like at the top of the darkness, you might even have a hard time seeing the torch,
Sure.
just because it's so dark.
Okay. It's like blackness.
It's
then?
yeah, it's black.
Can I attempt a spell on one of the rats while I'm hanging onto the rope?
What spell?
I was actually going to try to do the same thing.
Do you have dark vision?
No, but the torch.
Right.
Before the
You wouldn't be able to see from the torch going down. It's
Okay.
too far.
But we can see, like, that there is a torch down there.
Like
we just can't see.
when I dropped it, like I could see it going down, going out black.
It would be Dissonant Whispers. I'm trying to take out one of them.
Okay, I mean you have dark vision, so you
Yeah.
can see.
So I'd pick one and they'd have to make a will save.
Okay, make a spell failure since you're climbing on a rope. We'll
So
say it's
20%?
20%. Sure.
I know that's at least Pathfinder rules.
I will look.
So let's see how does spell failure work.
I haven't actually encountered spell failure in time so much.
I'm not sure if it exists 100% the same way,
Glorious.
but go ahead and.
I'm good. I got 82.
I'm pretty sure you just have disadvantage to your roll. But so my guy has to make a will save.
Yeah.
Heck. It doesn't say.
They probably take it out. He succeeds.
Bastard.
Does he take any damage or anything?
Yep, he takes half of whatever I roll here.
Okay.
6 damage.
The rat is injured. He is.
Takes 6.
He's squawking.
Okay.
He-
He's a
Rats make squawks.
dog. Rat dog.
Chitter,
Rat
chitter,
dog.
chitter, chitter, chitter. Rat dog.
So one of the rats, as it's scurrying away from the light, also just kind of just starts like jerking as some blood starts dripping from its ears and eyes. As Hazard, holding onto the rope, casts out his hand towards it.
So after
This rat also, never mind, because he's sick.
after you're done, I'm gonna say they won't go near the. I'm just gonna yell down. They won't go near the fire. So just everybody get down now while the torch is still lit.
Okay. I'm going to expedite my climb down then.
No, seeing him coming down, I'm actually gonna hop down too.
Okay. Since you're speeding along, go ahead and make a athletics check. Just make sure you don't fall off.
Sure. 7.
Do we have rerolls?
No. We'll give you advantage since the rope's knotted. So go ahead and roll again.
11.
Okay, I thought you rolled this.
What'd you get?
11.
Okay, with the advantage of it being knotted and things, it is not. You are able to get down, and to the, not fall, because that would be unfortunate.
Yes. That would be horribly unfortunate. Reaching the ground, assuming that
Yep.
I'm able to do that with him getting out of the way. Reaching the ground, I will hold the torch, unless you pick it up when you get down there.
I'll pick it up when I get down
Okay.
there.
Well, then I will steel myself for combat.
Okay. At the top, Sir Benton is kind of ushering Ifrits forward, like, down.
I also have my torch on the ground too. That
I am not gonna
It's just not
hurry,
Just
but
not lit.
I'll.
I was gonna just
But it's
fire
fine
a
if
torch
you-
if I needed to see, but if you're holding it, that's perfect.
Sounds good. So we make our way down. Sir Benton, follows down after, and we all get to the plateau. And as far as we can all see, you with dark vision and everyone else, there is nothing left on the plateau. It seems like whatever was there is gone now.
So the rats have dispersed?
Yeah.
Okay. Fire keeps them away.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Keep that torch lit.
will do. As I almost drop it, going to play.
Taking a look around and just seeing nothing but darkness outside of the reach of the torchlight, I just sigh and wonder what I have gotten myself into.
You afraid of the dark?
No, just the things that dwell within.
Yeah, well, when something lives in darkness, they don't react to light very well. In all honesty, it was just a shot in the dark. Literally. But, it seemed to work.
Pun intended.
Sir Benton seems to like you. Strange
You should.
blind man.
Sir,
I'm not blind.
Sorry, strange eyes. I shouldn't have assumed.
You've offended.
Sir Benton looks around, seeing the rubble and what at the far end looks like stairways down.
Oh, so we actually can see.
Yeah,
More than
we'll say
just-
you can see the whole ledge. If two of us have torches and we're standing at it, because I assume once I get down there I'll light a torch. So that way.
Let's say I do have my torch on the ground that if none of you picked it up, I would have picked it up and put it back in my backpack. So it was the original torch I left for him if he got down on the bottom.
Yeah,
Thought
I
it was
would
skeleton.
not grab it just because I use both my hands to do things.
At the far edge ledge is the switchback stairs. Like if you go to the edge, you see that they go down, come to another ledge, and then go back down.
Seeing as that is our only way. Do you wish to lead, sir, or should I?
By the light of Palor, let us descend.
Don't know if even Palor's light reaches down here.
No nonsense. So going down the stairs, they're 5 feet wide, and they're just about a 20 feet descend down to the first ledge.
So it has to be single file down the stairs.
Yeah, it's single file.
Sure. I'll take lead then. Assuming that.
I'll be behind you with the torch. Yeah.
Seeing that it's single file and not wanting to put venerable Sir Benton in danger, I will step forward.
Then he'll take the rear.
Yeah.
That's fine. He'll take the rear with it. The rear with a torch, holding it high, so that way everyone can.
Sure. So he has a torch, you have a torch. We should have decent.
Yep.
You don't want me in the back.
No.
And then you go down and you get to the next ledge, and far down into the darkness, you start to see before you saw natural, formations, but now you see more linear formations, more static lines, more hard.
So it looks constructed.
Yeah, it looks very much not. Yeah, it's like something's there down in the darkness.
There's really no point in stealth because we have to sort of announce our presence in order to see. I will just do my best to stay alert, leading the way with my shield.
Okay. You get down to the next set of, the next, the stairs, they're switchbacks, so they're coming down.
Yeah.
So you get down to the next, terrace, and you see a citadel in the darkness. You're starting to see the shapes of a citadel. And, the windows are cracked, the towers are leaning, there's, rot and decay. It's been here for a while.
What you would expect for something that's been abandoned for as long as he said.
Yeah, and it's there's nothing there's no lights inside. It's black and dark.
I hope that we brought enough torches.
Make a perception for while we're walking around, anything I can see in my 60 feet, looking for goblins, any monsters really
Sure.
that we should be expecting. Ho 17.
You don't see anything creeping around.
A perception relies on my roll entirely.
Yeah, I don't have perception either.
So as you're going down to the third terrace, these are short switchback stairs. When you
what is the distance of each of the stair?
So the first one going down was about 20 feet. Then the second one going down was 40 feet. Third one down 60 feet. And then you're going down to this last terrace, and you see these stairs go down into the darkness towards towards the citadel, and you can judge that it's 150 feet down this long corridor.
Much farther down than I anticipated.
So as you're going down, you just left the second terrace, and then on the third terrace going down, you see some friends come back to try to get you. So 2 of the rats are waiting for you at the bottom of the thing, like gnarling their teeth, ready for meat. They're hungry. And behind you, it somehow clawed or stayed hidden behind you, and it's behind you. So you're trapped on these stairs, 2 down below you, 1 up and on top of you.
Does any of these 3 look like they're injured?
Yeah, it's the same rats from before.
Which one is it? Injured?
One of the ones down. So go ahead and roll initiative.
I will bang my spear on my shield as if to call them to me. Single digits ahoy.
God.
I played 2. You started this.
Callan's go.
6.
Matthias.
16.
Jeez. Raphael. 8.
Maybe this one.
Alright.
His name is Ifritz, by the way.
Go ahead, Hazard.
What was I gonna say?
I pat you on the back. Get him good. So, shit, I knew I needed.
I snarl, inspired by your getting good.
Get him good.
Haha. I have to expend this on the next turn.
No.
10 minutes.
Nope, 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So that's a whole lot of rounds.
Yeah.
And with that, I will then the same rat that I attacked before.
Yes.
Make another will save.
What's the spell? What's the success?
15.
He fails.
Okay.
Is that rat
2
one of the
damage.
2 in front?
Yeah, 1 of the 2 in front.
Okay.
2 damage.
He's dead.
Sweet.
He whatever you did to him, you're...
What do you do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, I point to the rat. You're already dead, you filthy scoundrel. And the rat just kind of...
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Vicious mockery.
Ifrits.
You unleash a stream of insults
You
laced
literally
with
blow
subtle
his mind.
enchantments.
You literally blow his mind.
Yep.
Nice. So, can in 5e, can I cast spells through friendly squares?
Yes, yep.
Okay. So I'm going to target the one that's behind us, the one that's on top.
Okay.
And I put both my hands out, almost kind of like a Kamehameha style, in a way. And like a bolt of like black energy flies towards it.
Oh, nice.
With a 10.
It shouldn't be that.
That misses.
Oh,
It goes through. It goes. You're not used to the blackness around you, and you just shoot right past it.
Right, so
You don't
it's
aim with
essentially
it.
because it's black energy, it just kind of like, it looks like I just shoot nothing.
Pretend to do
Yeah, like, ah!
I don't know if I believe you are what you say.
Callan scale. Green blood.
How far away is the one from me?
I mean, the stairs are only 40 feet long in total,
Yes.
and you're halfway down, so 20 feet.
And he is on the stairs?
No, he's on the terrace below you.
Can I charge him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll say you're at disadvantage because you're charging down the stairs.
What are the roads we're charging?
You can make a full move and an attack roll.
I think, don't you get advantage on the attack roll too?
Normally, but so you just don't get any bonus since you're charging downstairs.
Okay.
It'd be,
That's fine.
it being difficult.
I just want to do it
terrain
thematically.
Yeah.
I want to charge forward, like, with my shield, and then as I reach him, I want to gouge down and try to impale him between the eyes with my spear.
Double digits.
Yes! 16.
That'll hit.
All right.
You will pierce into the giant rat,
10.
and you skewer it.
I lift it up on the edge of my spear and admire it as it squirms its final movements, and then fling it down.
Into the abyss. Just nice. Sir Benton, sword drawn. He doesn't have his shield, so he turns back to the rat behind us, and he tries to dispatch it. So no charge, but he will miss. He's not used to holding a torch in his hand, so he unfortunately will miss the rat. To the top, we have Hazard.
Take my bow, it'd be a move.
It's
No,
just
you do.
Oh, but I'm holding a torch anyway, so I can't use my bow. Alright. This rat also makes the bow safe.
all right.
That's one of the cooler things about 5e, in my opinion, is that
Can't
there's
use.
no like weapon draw. It's just
Yeah.
something that you do.
He fails.
Alright. So, he takes 4 damage.
All right.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Sounds good. He hears whatever it is you're doing and
I won't.
shrieks.
Sorry. You have nothing against our exalted old man, you filthy scoundrel.
Exalted. Who are you calling exalted?
That's a good thing, sir.
The Ifrits.
So how far away is the rat from me?
Not far.
Not far?
Yeah.
Within 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So, essentially, I'm just going to look at him and just snap. And he has to make a Constitution save.
Ooh, yuck.
All these fancy tricks.
What is he trying to make?
13.
He fails.
And a puff of poison gas goes around him. And takes 2 damage.
Whatever a rat sounds like when it's getting poisoned.
Pretty good. I admire your poison.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Next would be Callanskill. Greenblood.
And he is behind us?
Yeah, he's through all your friends at the top of the stairs.
throwing my spear.
Oh my god.
I'm arcing it. Like I look.
Like you're
I
like
look-
Hail Mary
Yeah.
again? Okay.
I look up the stairs and I see that he's there and that he's like choking on some poison. And once I see that the poison doesn't bring him down, I just arc my spear over all of you.
I hope it gets lost for good.
Oh no, 9.
Yeah, you miss and it goes into the ravine. It's lost.
No, it lands on the stairs. Come
Well,
on.
I mean, even if it hits the stairs, though, I mean, wouldn't it break?
No.
No, it's fine. It just
Here.
it
It's not-
lands
but I
into
mean,
the
it's
top
just
next to on the
Not an
ledge.
actual throwing projectile. He's just
I suppose.
It has a thrown range.
Yeah.
It has a 20-foot thrown range.
Right, but it's not like an arrow that breaks on
Oh yeah.
impact
Seeing-
of this little piece of wood.
Seeing the aid he's getting, Sir Benton stiffens and he's like,
I shrug it off.
"To hell with thee, beast!" And slashes successfully this time, luckily, and just slices through the choking, like super injured rat. Only had 1 health left. Just scrawl.
1, huh?
It would have been so epic. if
What
it
a
was bigger.
Oh, I should have used your inspiration.
Ugh.
That was an inspirational move too.
Yeah.
Rewind.
I totally forgot to do that to you.
Yeah,
Actually,
me
I would've
too.
suggested
I even
it.
put the die in my inspiration spot so I wouldn't forget. But I forgot. Alright, so I will kind of trudge to the top of the stairs and get my spear back, upset that my cool finishing maneuver did not do the trick.
You killed one. That was good.
I did. I wish I would have killed another.
Would have if I didn't already hurt the one prior.
Rather bloodthirsty you are.
It's hard for me to contain my draconic nature during combat. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it is in my blood.
Dragons that get lost in woods.
In these situations, be proud of it.
I'll take that as a compliment, and thank you.
Use what you have.
The narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently at the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. The floor stretches away to the north and the south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms a surviving structure of must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard, ready to meet you. It looks like that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video below. And join us next time, and we will see you at the table.